Good day. In this video, I am going to tell you a story about my experience regarding to interculture. So the story went like this. It started when my cousin met a foreign guy from Germany and eventually they got married. When she introduced him to our family, I thought that it would be a nice introduction for us to become aware of other people's culture, specifically the cultures of the German. After that, we got to communicate and interact with her husband. And at first, it was hard because Germans are serious people. We cannot just say anything that goes out from our mouth because we have to be careful and considerate with our actions. And even though the struggles, we always try to do our best to communicate with him effectively. Nevertheless, Germans are friendly. Like if you would say hi to them, they would respond to you back. So through times when my family was still able to communicate with him, we noticed that Germans are strict in terms of belongings. Unlike us, that it's fine to borrow this or use that thing from someone, Germans are like, what's ours is ours, and you cannot use it unless we say so. So we're like, oh, Germans are strict in terms of that, or like Germans are jealous in terms of that. Talking about things, Germans love cars. I mean, it's not surprising because most of the luxurious brands of cars are from Germany. My cousin and her husband change their cars more often because her husband gets rid of things easily and he really loves car. Now, let's talk about their foods. So, when my cousin bore their first child, we then celebrated the christening of their baby girl in their residence at MONTALVO. And as a Filipino, it is my first time to witness the foods of the Germans, and I was surprised when most of the foods displayed on the table were like leafy, sausages, and meat. Like it was way different compared to ours, and I was ignorant to taste their foods. When morning struck, I noticed that Germans' breakfast were like cheese, tomato, and cucumber. They also love tea paired with a slice of cake. So those are just my experience regarding to interculture, and overall it was a great and exciting experience for me. I have come to realize that it is important to have experiences like this, and by having the experience to communicate with foreign people and witness their way of living, it teaches us to understand and respect them because that is their culture that shapes their identity. Thus, the experience educate me that we may be living differently, but we may be living differently. We are still the same humans who who are bound to shape our culture that define us. So despite the differences and diversity, let's disseminate peace globally and be united.